Okay, ready to do some weights? Here's what I've got. I'm going to use two 5-pound weights. All right. You could use 1 pound or you could use a three. I probably wouldn't go above five unless you're like just, really into it, I guess. I think this five is going to work well. Now, I am going on the assumption that you have not just rolled out of bed and picked up a pair of weights. Maybe we could have done that in our 20s. We do not need to do that right now. So you might do one of my little warm-up videos before this and then move into this weight exercise routine. Or maybe you've carried a couple sacks of groceries up 3 flights of stairs like I do sometimes. That'll work too. All right. So let's have feet wide apart. And we're going to do a little side bend, just a little slide down each side. Okay. I'm just assuming maybe you're not quite warm yet, and this may help a little bit. Okay. Here's 4. I'm sliding directly to the side. 2 and 1. Right here in center. We're going to do a slow bicep curl up and release it down. Here's from the side. Here and release. I know, super easy. So if you knew any weight move, I know you know this one. But I'm going to go ahead and do it with you because I was a personal trainer for years and I made an entire living off of people paying me to do exercises that they could do on their own. So we are doing these together. Okay, let's go 2 more and down. 1 more. Yeah. And down. I want you to turn to the side, bend your knees a little bit, arms at your side, and we're going to do an alternating tricep kickback. Now, there is a little bit of a trick to this. I have my elbows and my forearms raised. Here is my elbows and forearms not raised. Guess what I'm working here? Bicep again. I've got to lift those elbows up, and you will feel a difference if you pay attention. And we need to learn to pay more attention, right? Be more present. And then you'll start feeling that in the back of the arm. You've also got to kick the arm all the way out. Think about leading through the pinky. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Okay. Roll the shoulders out a little bit. And take an arm break, but we're going to keep moving. Do a little plie right here in center. Knees and toes open. Lord. Okay. Now, my knees, my knees are not tracking evenly, but they are tracking more evenly than it looks like on camera. I think my pants are uneven because I have been sweating, so I apologize. 2 more. And then let's do a little pulse. Yai, yai, yai. Yeah. Yeah, right here. 8, 7, not fun. This is why we're all doing it together. Yeah, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and then hold right there. Front raise and down. Front raise and down. Okay, so you notice I'm holding the weights lengthwise. This is for the front of the shoulder. We've got the front muscle in the shoulder, we've got the mid, and we've got the back. We work in the back a little bit also in those tricep kickbacks. Lift and lower. Okay, I was talking and I don't know what number we're on. That's right. We'll go a little bit more. Yeah, maybe 1 more each. There you go. And then I'll walk the feet in together. Okay, arms by your side, little bend in the elbows. Raise it up and release it down. This is mid shoulder or mid deltoid. Yeah. Okay, if you are a trainer out there, don't kill me on the comments. It has been a few years since I have had to list all the muscle groups. Yeah. Now I'm walking around a little bit. I guess I kind of do that naturally. It distracts me from a little bit of the pain. I'll try not to cut off my head. Okay, 2 more. And down. I'm going to go legs wide. And down. Good. Little pulse again. Here, here, here. Yeah. 4, 3. Then I want you to hold that plie, roll the heel up on each side. Yikes. Why? Why would you have us do that? Yeah. Okay, 8 of those. 1, 2. Good for your feet. Yep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want to get one more shoulder, and then we're actually going to start coming down to the ground. Okay, so right here, shoulder press. Here and down. Now you could do both together if you wanted to double it up. I'm going to keep you with singles right here for now. Press and press. Yep. Yeah. 4 more. 4 and 3, 2. And then if you want to, let's go both. We'll go slow to the top and down with the plie. Up and down. Oh, how many? Not too many. And down. What does this help with? I don't know. Putting your suitcase up. Getting it up in that top bin. Wheels in. Handles out, folks. Woo! How many more? One more. Get it up one more. And down. Nice. Good. Okay, set the weights down for a second. And shake the arms out. Shake the legs out. Just do a little toe tap. Whew. Breathe for a second. All right. I want you to find a place on the floor. We'll pick up those weights again. We'll finish this little routine up. You will come down to your back. Weights are with you. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let's do a thing for abs. Oh my gosh, I wasn't even going to do this. This is a lucky bonus round. I just remembered it. Fingers laced together. We're going to hold the free weight here. Roll, 2, 3, 4, and up. And down. And up. Oh my goodness. And down. So when I'm rolling down, I've got my pelvis scooped under. I'm not going back with a flat back. It's scoop and roll. Now you could totally do this without holding the weight. We're just challenging your core a little bit differently. Let's go a couple more. And up. One more down. And up. Beautiful job. Okay, now as I promised. Damn aerobic instructors sneaking shit in. Okay, back down here. Going to chest. Push to the ceiling. Bring it down. Okay, so we're going into a chest press. Now I just have to say a little pet peeve, and I hope you can hear me on the mic. I see people doing this chest press frequently from a standing position. And that was one of the first things I learned as a personal trainer decades ago. That is not very much chest, that's a lot of shoulder. And the way you know that is, where is gravity? So right now we're pushing away from gravity, right? And the muscle that's opposite gravity, or that can do that, is the pectorals. But when you're standing, the pectorals are 90 degrees, is that right, from gravity, not 180. The shoulders are 180. So that's more of a shoulder exercise if we were doing this standing up. All right, I'll get off my podium. Now keep it up at the top. You can do this one with 2 weights, or you can do it with 1 weight. Let me show you with 2, or with 1, sorry. And if you want to do 2, you can. So this is just going to be a pullover. So here we go, dropping it back and pulling it over. Now we're getting behind the arms again. Now, full disclosure, if you did this on a bench, you'd get a little bit bigger range of motion because you wouldn't be hitting the floor. I'm assuming your weight's probably touching the floor when you get back there. If we had you in a weight room on the bench, you'd get a little bit deeper back into the tricep and the shoulders, but do what we can do here. Okay, I want to go one more, and I want to show you another variation. All right, if you want to engage the core more, we can do one of two things. We can pick the feet up. Just by picking the feet up and then getting to a neutral spine, a little scooped pelvis, see if you can feel the difference. Just picking the feet up engages the core. Okay, so we could do that whole set of exercises with the feet lifted, knees bent, or if we felt super fancy, we're eating our Special K, then you could go here. That's kind of like a dead bug, not quite like a dead bug, but you kind of get 2 for 1 if you're up for it. Now for me, I've got to open my knees a little bit, and that way I can bring my elbows and knees in, but I'm a short torso girl. I'm like a leg girl with not much torso. So it kind of depends on how you're built as far as how you need to position yourself. Okay, so I'm not going to do too many of these because I know we've done 207 pullovers now. Okay, I just wanted to show you an option. There we go. All right, let's set it down. Set the weight down. Hug your knees in and just breathe a minute. Let's rock a little bit side to side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And let's do a roll up. All right, last one. I'm going to bring you to your knees. Grab your weights again. Let's do a little kneel forward, and we're going to do a row. I'm going to get both together here for sake of time. So I've got elbows close to the side. It is important that you lean over a little bit. Now, could you do this standing? Absolutely. So if you'd rather be here and you don't want to be on your knees, then you can come right here. Either one. Let's do 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Breathe. And pulse on the last set. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Having fun. And 3 and 2 and 1. Yeehaw. Set them down. Shake your arms out. Wiggle them around. Wiggle those hips. Give yourself a big hug. Amazing, amazing, amazing work. I'm proud of you. See you next time.